Hey friends, my name is Davin Youngs, and I'm the Director of Music at Grace Chicago Church, based in the Lakeview neighborhood of Chicago. I'm heading up a new recording project, and I'd like to ask for your help as a community in funding it through this Kickstarter campaign. The concept is an album called The Third Thing, and the contents of the album will reflect something that's like a special service at Grace. Since the beginning of the church 15 years ago, throughout the year at various holidays, we've held special services that consisted only of text, scripture, and music. The content of this album will be something like that. My hope is to draw on songs from our community, some of which we sing together, some of which have been performed by our musicians, and weave in some of the voices of our community members reading scripture, poetry, and telling story. One fantasy I have is to actually record the voices of the entire congregation singing together to include in the recording. Music and creativity and art have been integral to the Grace Chicago experience since its origin. I've been singing at Grace since 2004, and in 2007, under the guidance of our music director James Falzone, we recorded our first album called Sounding Grace. That album was a beautiful reflection of musically, sonically, creatively where we were at that time. In 2016, I took over the music director position at Grace, and I was excited because I had been on this long musical evolution, watched the church continue to change as we brought in new songs and different types of instrumentation, and I was excited to see where we might go next. How might I be a part of that? I've had some incredible support, incredible musicians along the way. Tim Mulvena on percussion, Ben Lansing on various guitar-type instruments, Molly Lair playing keys and adding her vocals, Dan Bartz singing and playing guitar. I'm looking forward to having all of those people on this recording and hopefully a few others as well. My hope is that whether you're a member of our community, have been in the past, or just have heard of us and wonder about what we do, my hope is that this album will be a reflection of the Grace Chicago experience, telling you a bit about where we've come from and maybe a bit more about where we're going to go. We've added a few cool incentives. We're gonna have a pretty sweet record release party. We're actually gonna print some vinyl records so you can have something tangible in your hand. And if you're a big spender, you could get a private performance of your own by the Grace Chicago musicians. And thanks for your consideration. I have so much gratitude for this community. I love the way in which this community has historically lifted up artists and creative people. And I hope that this album will be a reflection of a community that is generous, that is here, that is now, that is loving, that is welcoming, and that offers fresh perspectives. And grace and peace to each of you.